We are back, and I'm going to get feedback.
Hey, can you hear us? We weren't using the right microphone last time. Can you hear? How's the sound?
Are we live, Denise? Can everyone hear us? We're here with Chris
Maybe
Jourden.
better. Okay.
Shay Wesson for the
All
win. He's the one who clued me in on what was happening.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, is he on right now, Shay? Shay, how's it sound, buddy?
We have one person on.
Oh yeah, we got her. Yeah.
Still excited. Good.
Robin says much better. Thanks,
Much better.
Robin.
I'm hearing much better.
Much better.
It's fun here. I like the atmosphere.
Oh, it's cool.
Hang out with you.
That's comfy
Yeah,
chair.
Rashard says better. We're getting lots of good.
Okay.
Good
Great.
feedback.
Feedback. Are you logged in? All right. Getting everybody said better. So where we left it, you know, when the budget issue happened, that 11-hour council meeting, that's sort of when a lot of people became more involved in this town. Political may not be the right word, but they got more involved in local politics. I know that I was definitely asleep, and I apologize for it too many times. So I don't know if you were apolitical, more like I was, but you know, I'm not. People, if they don't want to sign the petition, you know, it's fine. But I don't think that people came to your door. You didn't have a refusal. I just want to clarify. It wasn't a refusal to sign the petition. You worked in the city most of the time. Is that right?
Yeah. During the day, I'm in the city a lot.
Well, on that note, what was your response to the defunding of the police? Like, how did you feel about it? You know, what did you talk about with your friends and family?
You know, I thought the whole thing was a little ridiculous. It was, to me, it was, you know, grandstanding. It was an emotional response. I didn't see any data supporting that. I don't know why they did those things.
Right.
When you talk to me about our city of Norman, I think our city's great.
Yeah.
I think that our police force is doing a good job. We're not these other cities.
Right.
Our police force is competent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're informed. They work really hard to protect our city.
Right.
So when I see that they made this move and then didn't talk to the police afterwards, well, I'm sure the police would have talked to them.
Right.
Why didn't they talk to them? So when I sit here and I'm telling you that I'm running, I want to represent, I'm trying to get all these sides together. I want to talk with them. I want to make sure that we're making the right informed decision.
Right.
We want to be on everyone's team here.
Sure.
You know, I don't want to sit here and vilify a bunch of people because I got a whip of national politics. That kind of stuff doesn't belong here.
Right.
I'm worried about making sure your toilet's flush, that you're not losing fillings when you drive on the road.
Yeah.
You know, trash is getting picked up. Your water's clean.
Absolutely.
Those kind of things. You
Yeah.
don't need to sit here and bring all the national politics in. Leave that at the door.
I couldn't agree more, actually. You know, tell me about what you consider three really important priorities of city government.
The first one.
And you've covered a few, so sorry, some of these
Yeah, no, it's
go
okay.
over each other, but
That's okay. The first one is a big one. We support business. You create an environment that's going to be acceptable to new businesses coming here.
Right.
We always want new business here. We want to generate revenue.
sure.
We kind of have a little revenue problem. We can kind of go into that at a later date.
Yep.
But on top of that, we need to be supporting families in the environment. So you're talking about parks and recreation, and that includes water resource management.
Absolutely.
And the last one would be infrastructure. It's a
Okay.
big deal.
All right. I tend to hog the mic here,
That's
so
okay. That's okay.
I'll go into this one, and then whoever wants to step in, Kendra or whomever.
Yes, sir. I'm getting some people into the.
As you know, we have 3 proposed charter amendments, and we're running a process to circulate more petitions.
Yeah.
No matter which side of the aisle you lie on politically, in my opinion, it shouldn't be difficult to recall an elected official who becomes maybe radical, tyrannical, not who you thought they were. In Norman, we have one of the hardest city charters to recall in America. And so one of our petitions is aimed at making it not impossible, as Kate Bierman pointed out in the December council meeting. It was something like impossible, she said. So what are your, there are 3, I'll go through the others, but what do you think about that one in particular? Recall in general and the hurdles to recall and what our petition is doing right now.
So let me say, I will always be for people using the correct channels of democracy when they want to change something about their city government.
Right?
we're talking about a transition of power potentially with recalls.
Right.
Now, I really like what we're doing right now. The election, I think, is the smoothest way to transition from one entity to another.
We agree.
You know, I understand that they have turmoil, they have turbulence.
Sure.
And, you know, we the people, we have power to do that. So
right.
I think as long as we're doing, you know, we're following the correct channels of democracy, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, and recall is a channel of democracy. In almost every city, there's a way to recall a politician. So we just want to lower the threshold. And look, and just to give you guys an idea of what the numbers actually mean, you probably know, but 25% to get 25% signatures of the total registered voters, when 15,000 people actually don't live in Norman that are registered here, and then several thousand are dead, in a college town with unique dynamics like that, you almost have to get 50% of the doors you knock. In a pandemic, in the heat, like, there's so many things that make that so hard. We got it done. Of course, there are legal challenges to what we're doing right now, but it wasn't easy. Blood, sweat, and tears, hundreds of volunteers, a lot of energy was spent out there. So we know, the next question was, did you sign the recall petition? You've already answered that. Do you intend on signing our new petition of changing the threshold for recall?
I wouldn't mind it. I think that I need to get some hard paper in front of me, read, make sure, you know, your intentions are pure and that you do want to follow the correct channel of democracy. Mm-hmm. I'm all for the people.
Right.
That's what the people want. Let's do it.
Okay.
But remember, this is just a petition. This is not changing the charter.
That's right.
It will still go to the vote of people.
Right.
This is just to get it on the ballot so people can vote.
Yeah, it gets it up for a citywide vote.
We're
It
wrong.
puts it up.
We're wrong if this is not something people want. They'll turn it down.
Yeah.
Unlike our mayor and city council, we actually will respect the will of the people. You know, when they vote something in, we won't sit there and try to circumvent it. If we put it up to a vote, it gets defeated, all for it. If they weren't for it, and it wasn't the time for it. That's my little shameless plug there.
It's because they're so much smarter.
They've made it very clear to us that they're so much smarter.
I think that it's important too when you talk about changes to the charter and any changes that go across the city that people are getting the information, the correct information.
Absolutely.
There needs to
100%.
be statistics, there needs to be facts, there needs to be figures.
Right.
These are the things that are part of an informed decision to help our city progress forward.
Yes, we encourage people to go get that data. We have some of it available on our website. Some more is coming. Actually, Denise is working to get some more on our website. And you can go look. You can Google, hurdle recall or whatever keywords you want to use, and you can see what I'm saying. That this is in a lot of cities you only have to have 25% of the number of people that voted in the last election. If that were the case here, we'd have been done in less than 7 days with our recall. All right, Charter Amendment number 2 is to change the time of the meetings. Okay, so right now these things go, and look, I see Oklahoma City has done this. The chamber has been pushing for this for a long time. It works out very smoothly to have these things during business hours. I've heard the flip side of this argument, that people work during the day.
Yeah.
I understand that. I respect it 100%. Some of these meetings, also the other side of that is, some of these council meetings are like 6 o'clock p.m. They go during family hour, they go during dinner hour, and now they're ending at 3 o'clock in the morning. What's the answer there? What do you think about that particular petition?
I'm over making things a little bit more accessible and transparent. If it comes to the point where timing might not be perfect, then maybe we need to have, citizen action committees where we go meet with the citizens before and after to explain what we're doing. We can use layman's terms. We don't have to sit here on our high and mighty horse and use legal talk the whole time.
Right.
No, I'm here to help you guys.
Yeah.
I'm here to explain, what we're doing with the council, what you're doing with your tax dollars. So if it comes to the point where it's how do we make it more accessible, I'm all for that.
So you want to go and understand the will of the people? What a novel concept. Number 3, requiring special. As you know, we had the tragic death and sudden death of David Perry, and the city council and mayor selected a committee to go and source a new candidate, a new appointed city councilor, right? And what happened is if you studied, I don't know if you saw this whole thing with Sean Boyd, they went out and they actually chose somebody it was almost like a team of rivals. They chose somebody that wasn't exactly like them, was moderate. And then they said, this guy looks like he is in it for the right reasons. And then the city council and mayor actually committed to the selection that we'll choose whoever that selection committee chooses. And then they said, that guy's not radical enough. No, sorry. And then they chose someone else. What are your thoughts on our third petition is to require special elections to put it up to the people for a vote when someone dies, resigns, gets fired, removed. What are your thoughts on that petition?
I like special elections. I think giving people the voice is very important. When in other elections across the city, across the state, across the nation, when the representative happens to not occupy the seat anymore,
right,
they do have special elections.
Right.
I like that. Give someone a right. Go vote. Say who you want in there. That's it. It's democracy.
You like that petition? Then? Yeah. I mean, put it up to the people.
Yeah.
Why not?
I have no problem with that.
Why not? I don't get it. Sasan, you want to ask it?
I'm sorry, I was busy with Tex and my daughters. Just got back from the hospital.
Yeah, we
So
heard
I'm just
about
checking
that.
on that.
We're praying for her.
Thank
We
you.
heard that.
She's
Yeah.
doing well, and
It's good to hear.
sorry for getting distracted.
Yeah. No problem at all. Do what you need to do. Do we pay enough in taxes? That's a very general question, but I mean, as it pertains to Norman, we have a pretty high sales tax. We talk about property taxes. Do we pay enough in taxes in Norman?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we all want to use more efficiently.
Right, yeah. If you want to talk about, money not being used right, when you go look at the budget,
Right.
With the revenue cycles, we need to really see, where are we using money inefficiently and
Right.
unnecessary spending, we can cut that.
Yeah. I've noticed Die Hard is on
Yes.
on
the third
TV,
one.
and this is not the Christmas one.
No.
And is Die Hard? Which one's the Christmas one? Two.
That first part.
The first one.
Yeah.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a yes? Yes.
I
Yes.
think it is.
Abstain.
No,
Yes.
I'll go with you. No.
No. That usually draws the line. Like my wife says,
It is
absolutely not.
Christmas.
Depends if your dad or mom was home around for Christmas.
Yeah. I like that. That's right.
What makes a Christmas movie? You have to be green and
Yeah.
carry.
Happy.
Right.
and
No. I mean,
It doesn't have to be
fuzzy.
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Here's a. Why don't you ask question 6 and elaborate on it?
Sure.
People are sick of hearing me talk. I promise. My
I'm
wife's
not
like,
there.
"Shut up, please."
We're having a good time.
Yeah. Right. Whatever.
Here's a good one.
Yeah.
Would you turn down federal money if you knew that money would make our schools safer? Would you turn it down?
No, I'm all for making an environment that is good for learning, good for education. I want safe places for children, be sure that they can come together and learn, safe places for teachers to work.
Yes.
That's really important to me. And I was someone who obviously likes academia for some reason. I can't figure out why yet. I saw,
Glutton for punishment.
always going to school. I always appreciated a place where I can sit down, I can learn safely. My teacher can sit there and teach to me safely. So when we talk about federal money making schools safer, why aren't we making schools safer?
No-brainer.
Yeah.
What about, I think you touched on this at the beginning, how do you feel about Norman being a testing ground like some of the cities on the east or west coast, LA, New York, as far as talking about 16-year-olds being able to vote, or making Norman a sanctuary city? How do you feel about those?
My immediate,
National.
Yeah, so my immediate reaction is to think that the citizens of Norman are not guinea pigs. I think that we have this really great ability to self-govern here in the city. If you want to try something new that's going to help our city progress forward, let's put that to a citizen rate vote. I think it would be unconscionable to let just the city council do their business and not have communication with the citizens.
We're trying to stop that ourselves. No, I mean, I actually think that's a great answer because it's actually not about what we want as a group politically. And Sasan has made that very clear to me. Sasan has a great vision for this stuff, particularly when we sit down privately. He's like, look, I just want this thing turned back over to fairness, to what the city wants, what's good for the city, and you don't circumvent the will of it. And I'll say that 100 times. I don't care if you're sick of hearing it. I'll say it. You don't circumvent the will. And that's what I hear out of Chris a lot is like, let's put it up to the citizens.
What's wrong with that?
What is wrong with
That's
that?
the citizens that got them there to begin with.
Not Unite Norman,
No?
not city council actually, not their agendas, the citizens.
Yeah,
And that's what I hear out of you.
I think-
It's a libertarian concept. It's. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just think it's important to know that I just want to work with everybody.
Right.
Our whole thing is togetherness.
Yes.
When you guys reached out to me, I got with my team and I said, we have to talk to them because this is part of Norman. These are constituents that live in my ward. And I let everyone know that on my website, you can email, my email's on there,
Tell them your website.
What is your
cl4norman7.org.
4 like the number 4.
4 like the number 4, 7 like the number 7.
All right.
Yep,
All right.
go there. My email's on there. On the Facebook, same thing. My email's on there. Please email me. I know that, the incumbent really uses Facebook for a battleground. He's on there talking to people.
Yeah.
Facebook's not for that.
I agree.
I'm right here. Have my email.
How about dialogue? How about real dialogue right
Yeah,
now?
come talk to me.
Yeah.
You know where I'm at. You got my email.
Right.
Come talk to me.
Every time somebody reaches out to me on social media or my email, and not the belligerent ones, but the ones that just disagree, fine. I'm like, hey, you want to go have a coffee or a beer? Or maybe you've gotten the wrong impression in your mind about who I am or who we are. I haven't had one of them say yes. I sense that you're not that guy. I sense that you would take someone up on that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. I'm just waiting for people to email me.
Right.
Yeah.
And this isn't New York. This isn't a town that's so big.
No,
you
it's
can respond to these.
120-something thousand people.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not swamped. I
Right.
know that I said earlier that I'm busy with work, but I got my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kendra. Oh, do you want to take some questions?
Yeah, let's do some audience.
Yeah, both Vicky and Robin have chimed in, and they want to know how you feel about a city of Norman if they should go through a forensic audit.
Forensic
audit. Which Vicky?
Or an audit.
Which Vicky?
Vicky Smith.
Like my Vicky Smith? Like my mom or Vicky Gould Smith? My
Vicky
mom.
Loveless Smith.
Yeah, it's my mama. Hey, mom.
Mama wants to know
I didn't
if
place
you
these.
support an
It's-
audit.
She's my biggest critic.
Let me just say first, I know that I'm a little young. I'm younger than some people.
Why are you pointing at me? I'm 26 years old.
You're 26, my bad. Yeah.
Wait, was he pointing at me? Hang on.
No, he went this way. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know everything, and I'm humble enough to admit that I don't know everything.
I'll help you out with that.
Yeah.
As, City of Norman, their financials is audited every year by an independent auditor. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't play around with accounts and money and claim that they don't have money in here and that. They've been doing it for years. That's why somebody like Robert Castleberry, for the years that he was, he's a very bright, well-liked council member and a CPA. In the 7 years that he was there, he never approved. He voted against the budget because the budget was always altered and it was.
It did.
He could not. In
It
good
never
conscience-
reconciled.
He could not, in good conscience, endorse that audit because it had a lot of, or the budget. I'm sorry, not the audit. Could not endorse that budget. So we sure would like to get to the bottom of some of these accounts they have that they stash money in there and never close those accounts. And these are capital improvement accounts, from what I understand. Alex L actually educated me the other night about some of those, and we would like to know, where people's money is and why is it that it's not being spent on things that we do need.
Yeah, and let me say that I think that when you're talking about the tax dollars being spent, we absolutely should know where it's going. There should be transparent. But I have met the people at City Hall. They're very good people. They're hard workers. And if there's a question with their work, I think you should let them give an opportunity to explain. And I'm confident that they're doing a good job. And so if we have an issue with that, I think they should have an opportunity to explain.
A forensic.
Fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. But forensic audit. There's an audit and there's a forensic audit. We actually have a forensic accountant here. You do some forensic accounting. So I'm not going to sit here and go through what that might cost, but is that crazy expensive to do on a citywide budget? On a city, should we?
On a city, what would they budget for that? The police funding?
Well,
73,000?
Right. No, it was more than that. It was two something.
I'm
Yeah.
hearing, and I asked around about that, and that's actually right on.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not cheap, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
But we don't want
It's
to do
worth
it
it.
out of police funding. Let's do it somewhere else.
Well, how about every?
Yeah, we'll take a little bit from everyone,
Yeah.
do that audit.
Spending less money on outside legal
And maybe outside
quit
consultants?
Quit doing things.
Even before we got started, there were so many
lawsuits.
lawsuits going because, well, I'm not going to go on a high horse.
Lawsuits, we pay outside consultants tens of thousands of dollars, people from
Hundreds of
California.
thousands of dollars.
When we have 2 attorneys on staff who could maybe look at them anyway. Sorry, Chris.
No, you're okay.
Yeah,
Passionate
it's
people.
Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
absolutely, passion's good. Passion's good.
Speed run?
Well,
You know what we ought to do?
What?
We ought to make the city an offer.
Okay.
We'll audit your books for every dollar that we save, we get 50 cents out of it.
I agree.
We're
I
in.
agree. I'm
Let's do
in.
it.
Yep.
And then-
Give it to
and then
give
we'll
it to a charity,
We'll
like-
give that money to the charity
Yes.
of choice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, I love it. Because I guarantee we're going to find some money.
We're here as supporters.
What else?
We are two people.
What else?
We're getting a lot of good support coming in.
Yeah.
He sounds humble and willing to listen. From Crystal, Robin says it looks like we've got a good young man there.
Well, thank you.
So lots
Nice.
of support coming from Unite Norman, which is great.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
We have another question from John. He says, "What do you think about improving our children's sporting fields and courts and so on?"
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So this is an issue that I actually am really happy about. So I grew up playing sports. I
What'd you
think
play?
sports, let's see, basketball, football, track, I already say baseball.
Everything.
Yeah.
Where was this? I'm sorry, like, because you moved in here. What
So
year
I
you
grew up
said?
in Oklahoma City.
In Oklahoma City, okay, all right.
Yeah.
You didn't move.
Yeah, just went up the road.
Yeah, I just did that. Trust me, I think if I still messed up, my mom could probably reach down I-35 and get
That's
She'll
your
find you. She'll find you. Yeah.
I'm all for supporting kids sports, team sports.
Right.
I think that's really important for the development of a child. I think learning how to work with a team is really important to the development of a kid.
Yeah.
And also the competitive spirit. It's unmatched. There's
Right.
something that's just so good about getting out on a diamond and hitting a baseball, catching a baseball. It's just, it sits well with my heart.
It does. We run into an issue with the and this wasn't a scheduled question, so I'm sorry, but we run into an issue with moral. You know, they kill us in their facilities, and they get a lot of tax revenue. Travel, a lot of people travel to have tournaments there and things like that. So I guess the question was more about like what, and look, it's a complicated question because it costs money. Where's that money come from? How do we finance it? But you know, do we do enough to support Norman's facilities, sporting facilities, youth sport facilities in particular?
I think there's always room for improvement. There's always room to do more, to do better.
Yeah.
Are the parents happy with the facilities that they're sending their kids to?
Right.
If not, what can we do to fix that?
Yeah. And it seems that the overwhelming majority is no. I mean, I got a daughter who does cheer, and I got a son who really likes music, but he'll do some golf. You know, he's not. So I'm not experiencing these facilities as much, but I got friends that do it.
Well,
a lot of complaints.
I can say that I have a good friend who coaches softball.
Yeah.
And I go and I support her every so often. And
Right.
this is a place where families are coming together, people are coming from out of the city to come in to compete.
Yes.
And I think that we should be putting our best foot forward if we're showing off these facilities that say Norman on them.
It could be viewed as an investment, couldn't
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
it? Okay. All right. Any others on there?
Yeah, we've got of course, Unite Norman was built upon the defunding of the police. So the number one question coming in is, do you back the police?
I can't even believe I didn't get.
Yeah.
I mean, I meant to ask that earlier in that first question, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just say that I think that the police here in Norman have done a great job. We should be supporting the police here in Norman.
Yeah.
They're keeping our city safe. They're keeping me safe. They're keeping you safe.
Right.
They're having us not having to worry about, okay, I've got something in the sock drawer to make sure that my family's safe. No, our police are out there making sure that there aren't people out there that are making our community unstable.
Sure.
And if they're doing that for us, we should support them.
So you don't support a defunding action per se.
No, I think that I support talking to the police and figuring out what is wrong. If there is an issue, I haven't, in our city, I haven't seen anything. I think our police have been competent. I think our police have been great.
All right, FOP, you heard that. He thinks you guys done a good job. Statistically, you can look, it's an exemplary force.
Yeah, well-
There are anecdotal issues. Nobody's perfect. No force is perfect.
Right.
I had my run-ins as a young lad, and I look. You still? Yeah, but I look back on those, and at the time, I was like, jerk cop or whatever, when I was 18 years old. And I look back, I was like, what a jerk kid I was.
I think a big thing to be said here is that's national politics. That's that kind of thing has nothing to do with our city. We're a good city.
Right.
Good citizens.
This is what we.
Yeah.
Completely. That's nothing to do with us.
And so we're not these other cities. We're not here on CNN. We don't have this big racial strife.
Right.
We're a good city.
Yeah.
We don't have these problems. Why are we focusing on the problems that we have here?
Yes. Yeah.
No one likes a bad cop.
Yeah. That.
More so than a good cop.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so Susan would like to know, what are your goals and thoughts on the homeless situation in Norman?
Tough one.
I think, my background being healthcare, my whole thing is non-maleficence and always be beneficial.
Yeah.
So when I see homelessness, I don't sit there and be like, well, what do they do wrong? It's no, how can the city help them?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure that our homeless issue is taken care of, that we're mitigating that issue, and we're always moving forward to secure the safety of Norman.
Right. It's a tough one. You don't want to encourage more of it, but you want to take care of the folks that are here.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Absolutely. We want to take, if you're here in Norman, we want to take care of you.
Say it.
I think we have an audience question.
I love these.
Yeah, ask your question, guys.
Well, my question basically was, this city has done nothing.
That's not a question.
That's okay. We take it off.
Come on.
Go ahead, sir. Please.
I was telling them that they defunded the police.
Yes.
We have the best police department, there are no issues in this town.
Right.
I can't understand why, at any point in time, they would even consider doing that. We don't
Right.
when we have people that rally here, they rally for a purpose.
Yeah.
They're not mean, they're not aggressive, and they have a point to make.
Yeah.
And other than that, the police have done great. Nobody's got to interfere with anybody's opinion about anything.
Yeah.
We have done great.
Yeah.
I love
I agree.
A
Sir.
lot of
Thank
support for the blue.
it.
Yeah.
Let me say one thing in general. You guys are talking about sports. I mentioned one day that I used to deal with a little league that was for challenged kids, and that man said, "You tell me how we're going to do it, and I will find the money for you, and we will do this." It's called Challenge Your Little League.
Yeah.
That's a businessman.
Will you, I'm gonna put the mic right here. I'd love for you to expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, so let's go back, let's circle back to police issue just for 1 second. I think that if we do find an issue with our police, we should be working with them. There's no need to vilify them, there's no need to turn our back to the people who are
But
trying
you
to
also
serve.
want to hold them accountable, right?
Absolutely,
I mean, we don't want to
it's-
say we're going to turn a blind eye if they're not doing it.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's a part of Norman. You always want to make sure that every part of Norman is succeeding.
Yeah.
You want to support them, you want to hold them accountable, you want to make sure they're doing a good job, and I want them to make sure that I'm doing a good job.
Right.
Any more audience? Then we'll go lightning round. That's kind of fun.
Yes, I like what Chad said. He said it looks like you're gonna lead local, and I liked that catchphrase, lead local.
That's
So,
cool. I like that.
yeah, I'm hearing that from you a lot, and I think that's fantastic. Robin wants to know, if elected, will you try to find a way to get the funds back for the police department?
Robin Reiser, is this? Yeah.
I think the judge already did that.
Judge did?
Yeah.
They violated state law.
I had to say that.
It's very clear.
Yes. Yes. Short answer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think obviously positions were lost, right?
Nine.
Yeah.
Nine positions.
We have 9 at the time. Now we're down 17
Yeah,
or
we're-
16.
Okay.
Expected to be 20 by the end of the year.
Right. Well, I think Let's find a way to get the money back. Let's find a way to work with the police. Let's have a dialogue with the police. Let's work with them. Why aren't we working with the parts of Norman that are out there?
If you thought that they were not doing a good job, or you had an experience, if someone did, right?
Right.
Because I had a girl holding a protest sign that I had a great dialogue with. It said, the sign said like a BLM, science, I believe in science, waters, there's that sign that has all the different viewpoints. We had an awesome dialogue. I love this girl. No, I do not. And so we, but no, she was really sweet. She had some stories that needed to be listened to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I forgot where I'm going. Well, she, we talked about it, and it's such a strange point to go to take funds away. We have something called CIT, and that CIT training is critical. And we only have like 40 of them, I believe. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. So you want to pull, not you, them. They want to pull funding away, right? Don't you need to have more funding? If you think there's a problem, spread that CIT training out, and this critical incident training, and help them deal with people who might have mental issues or having a breakdown. They don't hear about all the CITs that go out and actually completely settle a situation.
Yeah,
it happens constantly. We hear about
Those
it.
don't make the news.
The de-escalation process between police and these incidents are not newsworthy stories for the media.
Yeah. Give more money for that funding.
If it's working,
For that.
if they're staying out of the news because they're doing a good job,
Right.
why aren't you rewarding the good behavior?
That's not on the news, and it should be.
You should always reward good
It did
behavior.
work for one individual when she walked into the police department and asked for a police officer. He walked out, she put a gun on it.
Yeah,
And he could have very well shot her if he talked her out of it. And
that was actually not too long ago.
that was less than a year ago.
Yeah.
And just through his training, I was able to take the gun away from her at City Hall, which he
Risked his life.
It was justifiable to shoot her and could have. And
That's your Norman Police Department.
That's right. That's the one that defunded. And I use the word defunded because they say no, we gave them an increase. Bullshit.
Well, they use the word defund.
Yeah.
They use it themselves. This
They
is
were
what
so
we did
proud of using that word defunding.
when it was cool.
And anyway, she gave her gun up, and they did not handcuff her. They take her, and she had some mental issues, and took her to get some help.
And Jim Spearman has several more stories like that. This stuff's happening all over the city. These CITs are saving some lives here.
Well, and do you know who that? Do you guys know who that officer?
I don't know who that officer was.
I do not know.
I'd like to shake his hand.
I can
Yeah.
find,
Sounds
I can
great.
find out.
Looks
But,
like he's very good at
there's,
his job.
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of police officers just like him that do this on a daily basis and interact with the public and serve the public, and they don't get the recognition.
That's right.
On that same topic, they would like to know, how will you recruit good police to backfill the ones we're losing, and how can you help improve the morale of the police?
Sure. I think that the police, again, what I said earlier, it's part of Norman, it's part of the community. So when we talk about good police officers, we're talking about members of the community. You want them to be visible. You want them to be out there helping people. That's their job, to serve and protect. So you're going to talk about how do you recruit better officers. Well, I think the officers we have are pretty great already. I'm not trying to replace anybody, but
Sure.
we do need more. You need to find someone who's in the community, someone who's invested here, someone who wants to live and work here. That's our goal.
And what about the morale? Her morale's a little low.
Right, yeah. So the police here are doing a really good job. If I get an opportunity to talk with you guys before, this whole election thing kind of, swallows everybody and the holidays. You guys are doing a good job here in Norman. I support you.
Thank you.
Just know that my plan when I get to city council is that I want to work with the police. I want them to make them visible for the community to see, to let them know that I know that some people, like I said earlier, they'll vilify them. They'll make them villains. They'll make them the bad guys. They're not the bad guys.
Right. Yeah.
Not that. We want to put them in the community. We want to show them that these are good guys.
Yeah.
And so I want to let them know that I know that you're good guys. You've helped me out a bunch. You've helped some of my friends out a bunch.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
When the bad guys, have them step aside. Then you're some bad guys.
That's right.
Chris, with your approval, can I make a comment on someone moving here? Can I make a comment on someone moving here?
You moved here recently.
With your approval?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's not my show. I'm here because of you. I'm asking your permission because I respect you. I just moved here from Las Vegas. It's weird coming to a small town. I honestly feel a bit over-policed. It's a bit weird because also everybody knows each other. I just rented a house in Oklahoma City because I'm acclimating to the idea of my life with my father, Oklahoma, and just get used to stuff. But I also feel it's overpoliced. I feel more comfortable in the town, out there. And policing needs to be policed. When the shit's wrong, deal with it. I don't need people waiting for stuff, but it's not something I choose for a city I want to move to. I believe in Norman. I really love Norman.
That's
I
okay.
believe it's an artistic, humanitarian, open-minded town that is extremely underrated.
More so than the rest of them, Norman.
For sure. Chris is a fucking, excuse me. I'm not helping the cause.
We get the message. That's all right.
But I was saying, having an open-minded individual in a town with so much possibility is really optimistic for me to completely move my life and to be out here. My dad's days are here and I together, but about where I'm actually laying the foundation. I like Oklahoma City, but I really believe in Norman.
Yeah.
I do believe this will be a nucleus of the state.
When did you move here?
I ain't moved shit. I'm still out of the suitcase.
Still moving. You said, well, when did you move
I
up from
can-
the city from Vegas?
I haven't. I've been in transition. That's a whole nother long story.
Well, good to have
I
you.
was working for different situations, traveling around, selling off restaurants, stuff. And the most important thing is family. And that's what Oklahoma reminds me about. And
Mike Charbonneau says we actually have a lower ratio of police to citizens. So where we might feel over-policed, we have a smaller ratio of police to citizens than
That's true. We
the
are-
cities around us.
feeling is feeling.
Feeling is feeling.
Yeah.
And welcome here, by the way. Welcome. Glad to have you. But go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, let me just kind of harp on something that he mentioned here. While I'm running, when I'm a city councilman, I believe that Norman is the best city in the state. And
We agree.
We agree.
we need to always be doing better to continually be the best city in this state.
Yeah.
And that takes competitive advantage, it takes independent thinking, it takes hard work.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And thanks, Mike. Appreciate you your comments. We technically are, particularly now, but even prior to the action of our city council, we are even undercopped on a per thousand basis by a lot. And I can share those statistics for you. And I understand what you feel, and I appreciate that. 10 minutes left. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's all right, man.
My feeling was based on statistics.
No, I know. It's your field. Yeah, I got you, man.
All right,
I
we
got
got 10 minutes.
you. And we appreciate it. We want to hear opinions.
That's to be respected.
Yeah.
No, it's good feelings. You're absolutely right.
Let's go to the lightning round. These are kind of the fun, light questions that gets heavy.
Ready?
Hey, yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it.
All right. Favorite place to eat in Norman?
Ooh, Tino's. Best.
See?
Best Bada bing, that spicy Philly cheesesteak.
I like the how you doing.
Yeah. Oh,
How
that's
you
a good
doing
one
is
too.
good. Yeah. It's the best. I love Tina's.
What do you like to read?
Oh, my favorite author is Alexander Dumas. So The Count of Monte Cristo is my favorite. How can you not like? There's sword fights, there's vengeance, there's love. It's perfect.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you subscribe to the Norman Transcript?
I don't personally subscribe to it, but Calvin comes in here and sells
That's a
me it.
subscription.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so we'll say yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I buy one from him.
You got the Calvin
Always
Harris.
support Calvin.
Yeah. Every time he comes in here, I pick it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where will we find you on a Saturday night?
On a Saturday night, well, we're in a pandemic right now, So if I'm not working here, I'm being responsible, personal responsibility. You know, it's what Governor Stitt talked about.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, personal responsibility.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm doing my part. But if I am working, I'll be here. If not, find me at my house. Send me an email. But you know, non-pandemic.
Yeah, non-pandemic. Fun
Non-pandemic.
times.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to probably watch the sports.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm
All
trying to
right.
catch the sports.
Yep.
How about Tuesday nights?
Tuesday nights, right here.
Right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Right
Every
here.
Tuesday night, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Favorite movie or TV show?
30 Rock is my favorite TV
I
show.
love 30 Rock.
It's so funny.
I love 30 Rock. It's
Favorite
amazing.
movie between Gladiator and Lion King.
Good.
It's a hard
Lion
one.
King.
Lion King's
Gladiator.
really good.
Kind of the same thing.
He said it's the same thing.
Sooner Dairy or Classic 50s
Yeah.
or drive-in?
Ooh, this is a tough one because
What
if
was the
I need a good meal,
Sooner Dairy or Classic 50s?
if I need a good meal, you can't beat that cheeseburger and milkshake from Sooner Dairy Lunch.
Oh, dude.
You can't beat that. But let me say, if it's just a snack and you're on your way out of Norman, running
Yeah.
down Lindsay, stop by Classic 50s,
Okay.
get those fried pickles, get
Okay.
yourself a
Yeah.
sprinkle,
Yeah.
and you're on your way.
Right.
Favorite music group?
That's good. Sly and the Family Stone has always done it
man.
right.
Man, I like this.
Yeah.
Lightning round questions here.
The
Fire.
Family Stone?
Sly and the Family Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sly and?
Yeah, Sly.
You didn't know it?
I don't think I do.
After we're done, we'll
Yeah.
put some music on for you.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a little bit of
good.
70s funk
Oh,
and
man.
soul.
I'm like,
It's
oh, the
good.
Family Stone. I watched that this week.
Oh, yeah. All right. Anything else?
That was it.
All right.
That
so
was it.
thank you to Royal Pipe and Tobacco for letting us host here. Come in here and get a cigar, grab a beer. They got a great selection of liquor, and it's a very chill atmosphere. There's a lot of folks here that'll, you know, give you their opinions.
Great audience.
Yeah, good audience.
Yeah,
These
that's
are,
good. Thank you,
these are
audience.
good people. Everybody for Royal. And you know, we go ahead and give your website again,
Yeah,
so people know
absolutely.
where to find you.
I put it in the comments as well. It was CL.
CL, the number 4, Norman, the number 7.org. And I just want you guys to know,
Oh, I missed
I'm
it.
here to work with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, you guys reached out to me. I was happy you guys reached out to me.
Thank you
I
for
want to
that.
work with everybody. You know, when the mayor reaches out to me, I will work with her.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yep.
I'm here for everybody.
Will you come back on the show as the campaign progresses?
Absolutely.
All right, man. We appreciate it, buddy. Yeah.
Thank
Any
you.
questions regarding anything that's going on?
Oh, I have an announcement. Something we talked about today.
Yeah.
There's going to be a call to action regarding our 3 petitions. You're going to get some phone calls, some emails, some group me's. Just expect them, and you know, we're putting the band back together. You know, we had
On a mission from God.
we're on a mission from God, and we had a recall season. Yeah, what? 4 chickens. No, but really, you know, if you were part of Unite Norman before in the recall petitions, we need you. We have a call to action. We're going to launch a new effort. So be looking for me to contact you soon. Respond to the emails. Respond like somebody said at one of our meetings. You have to, if you care about this city, get involved either way. Look for our. I'm not going to look at. Look.
It's a little quick. Somebody said,
Look for our email. If you're on the group, we look for a special message coming soon. And have a Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, Denise, come over here. The operation video. Come on, put a face to the voice. Yeah. Appreciate you. It's Denise.
This is Denise Sober.
Yeah.
The voice behind the microphone, and she's been one of our greatest volunteers and supporters from day one. We initially, some people thought she was a mole.
Some of us still do.
Man, that's deep. That's deep mold.
Anyway,
Deep undercover.
we're still not sharing everything with her because we think there's a
Obviously
possibility.
not.
No, I'm just kidding. But she's worked knocked on doors. She's just one
She
of the
supported all the
volunteers
booths
that
and-
just anything that needs to be done, she's done, and just cannot thank her enough. And we will have her on the show as one of our
Special guest.
as one of our special guests as soon as we're done with the candidates.
Yeah.
Thank you, Denise.
Thank you, appreciate you. Yeah. All right, that's it. Now, Denise, get over there and end the show.
Do your
So she clicks it and then it doesn't end.
Yeah, so
So don't be caught on a